Welcome to this video on the Tableau interface. You can download the exercise workbook to follow along in your own copy of Tableau. We're currently on a sheet. Sheets are where we can build visualizations. Let's go over some of the various areas of the screen. At the top, we have the menus. The layout may look slightly different on a Mac. The menus contain a lot of powerful options. I recommend clicking through to see what options they contain. Below is the toolbar, with buttons like Save and Undo. There's no automatic save in Tableau, so make sure to save your work periodically. Many of these buttons are contextual to what's going on in the sheet. For example, the Clear Sheet button is unavailable here because there's nothing on the sheet. If we have a sheet that has data, the Clear Sheet button is no longer grayed out, and if we click on the drop-down, we see there's options to clear specific aspects. The logo button here brings us back to the Start experience, where we can access saved data sources, recently opened or pinned workbooks, etc. To the left of the screen is the Data pane. If we're on the Data tab, the top lists all open data sources, and depending on which one is selected, the fields from that data source are listed below, broken out by dimensions and measures. The Data pane will also show any sets or parameters we may have. If we open the Map layers or the Format pane, these temporarily cover the Data pane. To get back to the underlying Data pane, simply close whatever's on top of it. The Data pane can also be minimized, like so, and then re-expanded. Down here at the bottom is the and depending on which one is selected, the fields from that data source are listed below, broken out by dimensions and measures. The Data pane certain elements will be grayed out, such as totals on a timeline. If we select something like a trend line, we can bring it out to any of these drop areas to control aspects of its properties, like model type and which measure it should apply to. New sheet tabs are found down here at the bottom. We can create sheets, dashboards, and stories with these tabs. We can do things like rename the sheets, duplicate sheets, copy formatting, and many other things. If the workbook has a lot of sheets, we can navigate easily with the controls in the bottom right corner. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, we have the shelves. A view can be built by dragging and dropping fields from the Data pane directly onto the canvas or onto the shelves. Shelves are also sometimes referred to as cards. There's the columns shelf and the rows shelf up here, pages shelf, the filter shelf, and the marks card. It's also possible to type directly into the columns or rows shelf if you know the fields you want to use. The marks card is made up of several other shelves, each of which can have fields placed on them, and can be clicked on to edit their characteristics. Changing the mark type can change the shelves on the marks card, such as selecting shape brings up the shape shelf. Depending on the composition of the view, there can be multiple marks cards, one for each measure. Legends, such as for color, size, and shape, will automatically be created when a field is placed on the color, size, or shape shelf. However, legends can be removed by clicking on the menu and selecting Hide Card. To bring a legend back, right-click anywhere off the canvas itself, select Legend, and choose the one you want. If we're on a dashboard or story instead of a simple sheet, the layout changes a bit. Instead of the Data pane on the left, we have the Dashboard pane. The main area has a list of all the sheets available. There are also dashboard objects such as images and text boxes. There's also sizing options, and the device preview helps design dashboards for mobile devices. Thank you for watching this video on the Tableau interface. We invite you to continue with the free training videos to learn more about using Tableau. Welcome to this video on ways to distribute Tableau visualizations. There are several ways to distribute the work done in Tableau Desktop that vary in security, interactivity, and data freshness. Images and PDFs do not contain the underlying data and are static, both for any interactivity and for data updates, because they're simply snapshots taken at a particular time. Workbooks, either packaged to contain the data or not, can be shared with others who have Tableau Reader or Tableau Desktop. Tableau Reader can view and interact with workbooks. Tableau Desktop can view and edit workbooks. Packaged workbooks may contain the underlying data and are not encrypted. Non-packaged workbooks require the recipient to have access to the same data source, as they do not contain the data themselves. Workbooks can also be published to Tableau Online or Tableau Server. These workbooks are secure, fully interactive, and can be scheduled to have data refreshes or maintain a live connection to the data source. Published workbooks can be accessed via any major web browser, as well as on mobile devices with the native Tableau app. Views can be exported by going to Worksheet, Export, and selecting Image, Data, or Crosstab to Excel. Selecting Image brings up options for what should be included, such as legends and titles, as well as the layout. And the file can be saved in various formats. Dashboards and stories can be exported by going to the Dashboard or Story menu and selecting Export Image. The dashboard image will be the current state of the dashboard. The story image will contain the current story point in its current state. The entire workbook, or a specific sheet, can be printed to PDF by going to File, Print to PDF, and choosing the appropriate settings. Printing the entire workbook includes each story point. Workbooks in Tableau can be saved either as .twb files or .twbx files. TWB files are not packaged with the data itself. They contain just the information needed for the data connection and construction of the view. Opening a TWB file requires access to the same data source used to create it. TWBX workbooks are packaged. They contain the information in a TWB and can contain any data in local files, such as background information and custom geocoding. As noted previously, .twbx files are not encrypted and have no data security. Opening a TWBX file with data shows all the underlying data. Packaged workbooks can be opened with Tableau Desktop or Tableau Reader. Opening a file in Desktop is the same experience as authoring a workbook. There is full functionality, including the ability to edit or create new worksheets from the data. Tableau Reader can open packaged workbook files to be viewed and preserves full interactivity of the workbook contents, including dashboards, stories, and any filtering or other actions, but the workbook cannot be edited. Finally, workbooks can be published to Tableau Online or Tableau Server. Workbooks that are published are secure, fully interactive via a browser or mobile device, and can be set up for automatic data refreshes or connected live to some data sources. For more information, please see the video on publishing workbooks to Tableau Server or Tableau Online. Thank you for watching this video on distributing Tableau content. We invite you to continue with publishing workbooks to Tableau Server or Tableau Online to learn more. Welcome to this video on the Tableau interface. Welcome to this video on connecting to data with Tableau. You can download the dataset to follow along in your own copy of Tableau. Tableau can connect to many data sources. You'll notice here, in the